Okay, let's actually do a little bit of a speed test. So what are we trying to achieve today is to set up Neon 3 as fast as possible. So I have basically my composer already installed and my Git installed, so everything is set up as far as the prerequisites go. Now let's quickly do, oh, I also need Node and NPM. So I want to have Neon 3 CLI and quickly install the CLI tool that will automate basically everything for me that I could possibly need. Um, and I already have a typo here. Neon. All right. Okay. So as you can see, I created the folder My Project, so that's where I'm going to run it from. So let's quickly make a quick test whether or not this runs nicely. Yep, we're good to go. So I'm going to create a new application, and it's going to be called My Project. Yep. So this would probably take a second. Okay, that looks good. Let's check this out. So I've got PHP installed on my local machine here. Start this at 8080, and so I want to basically start the server script. I would probably normally not do that, but just for speed purposes here, I'm going to use the built-in server, and everything seems to be running fine. That is cool. So now let's see. This basically runs the component demo. I know that, by the way, if you open up the default, you will see what it ships with, and it always ships with the demo component. That's all it's has basically. It's a demo and a 404, and that's enough, of course, to get started. So let's look into the demo and play around with the view. So let's just say that I want to have a button here. No, actually, I want to have a link, and so I'm going to use base. That's the templating for well, the web root, and just to make sure that it works in every context. And I'm going to say I want to go to test, and here I'm going to say test. Let's see what's going to happen here. So if we refresh this, then I have this little, oh, that's a little bit very ugly. Let's actually just hack this a little bit away here so we can see it. Okay, fair enough. So if I click this, then it will take me to this 404 page, which is, of course, in that case, the not found. We already discussed this, so this is exactly what I'm looking at right now. And I'm actually not happy with that endpoint not existing, so let's create that quickly. Let's open up another terminal here and say neo1 3 new component. And what did we call it? Test. All right. Let's do that. And yes, this is going to be a route component. I want to create a view, and I want to use a frame. At the poems only have the demo frame. That's fine. Okay, so basically now this should exist. Perfect. And you can see what happened is I created the test, and I have my view here, and basically can start hacking away. So I'm not going to go too much into the business logic itself. As you can see here, it's doing basically nothing but loading the main hook with test and then outputs it. So that's basically all the route is doing, and that's fine. What I'm a little bit more interested in at this point is exploring the CLI capabilities. One of the things that I really like is that in projects we normally have particular things that we need. So I mean, by the way, right now this whole styling that's running from the frame, so I can basically create a new frame or edit the existing one. So let's do that for now and say we don't want to have this kind of appearance here. We're probably going to have actually not defined at all, probably would be easier. Let's just take this out, and the container is fine. The color of the font I don't really like, so let's play around with this a little bit. And okay, I guess we're gonna have that somewhat like that. All right. By the way, I'm wild at the moment, so let's just see what happens if we do that. Okay, fair enough. And I don't want this at all. Let's actually just get rid of it for now and go with the, well, probably Arial or Times New Roman, whatever the browser gives me for this. But you get the point of it. So this is basically the main CSS loading in the frame, and I'm going to keep that frame for now. What I'm interested in though is how does this get created? And so without any kind of templating, this is basically what it does. What I want to do now is create a new folder, and we're going to call that template. And this will tell the CLI what kind of template to use. So for a view, I'm just going to create an HTML file and call that view. That'll be for route view. So let's just say I want to have a section, and here I want to have the, let's start with the name of the component, and here I say hello world. Okay, fair enough. Now let's basically create that. So I'm going to go back to my probably to my demo view, right? Let's start from scratch and basically say let's have hello world. Okay, so let's just see where that brings us. Oops, why is this not working? Oh, because it's white. Sure. Yeah. Let's get rid of this for now. Okay. That's very ugly, but fair enough. And of course, we don't have the hello world yet, correct? So we're going to say neon 3 hello, oops, hello. And we're going to write this camel case. Oops. New component. Okay, it's still a route component. I want all of this, and I'm going to use demo. And you can see how it now says using template. So what happens now is if I reload this, I will see that I have the hello world. It's the name of the component itself. The endpoint now is valid, and I have the hello world. So it used this template, which I now can close. And in the component, I have a hello world. And from now on, whenever I'm creating views, it will use this template format to generate actually the output. Now that's pretty useful, especially if you look into you know, the JS and so on. If you're creating custom components, then that's probably something you want to have a deeper dive into. Sorry for speaking so fast, but I wanted to keep this below 10 minutes, so I can basically claim that you can run a complete PHP website installation in less than 10 minutes. So thanks for watching, and hope you have fun with it, and see you next time.